Clark County Today is presented by Connell Real Estate. Hire an agent, get a team. Learn more by visiting connellrealestate.com.
Hello everyone, Jacob Graneman here with the Clark County Today Friday night update of the stories we're following for you. Clark County Sheriff Chuck Atkins met with members of the media Friday afternoon to offer a statement regarding the officer-involved shooting that took place Thursday evening in Hazeldale. Atkins reported that the family members confirmed that 21-year-old Kevin E. Peterson Jr. was shot outside the U.S. Bank on Highway 99 near 68th Avenue in Hazeldale. While limited on what he said he could say, since the case is being handled by an outside agency, Atkins made a brief statement on the shooting, including the report that Peterson fired a weapon at officers who then returned fire.
But I can tell you this. Just before 6 p.m. last night, detectives from the Clark Vancouver Drug Task Force were conducting a narcotics investigation in the 6800 block of Northeast Highway 99. A foot pursuit ensued where deputies from the Clark County Sheriff's Office were chasing a man with a firearm. The information I have is that upon entering the parking lot of the bank, the man reportedly fired his weapon at the deputies. The deputies returned fire and the subject was tragically killed. It is my understanding that the man's firearm was observed at the scene.
Atkins also said he's convinced the deputies involved are traumatized by what happened. A vigil is planned for this evening at the scene, and Atkins said the department will work to ensure Peterson's family and friends can honor him safely. Atkins said the investigation has been turned over to the Southwest Washington Independent Investigation Team and will be led by the Camas Police Department. Battleground Police Chief Mike Fort will handle future press releases with any further information on what happened. In COVID-19 news, Clark County added another 67 cases today, the third straight day of 60 or more positive tests. One more person has died as well, a woman in her 70s. That brings the outbreak total to 4,801 with 70 fatalities. For this week, there were 391 new cases, a 28% increase over last week. Clark County Public Health says 270 cases are considered active. 25 people are currently hospitalized with a known case, and 6 more are in hospital with a suspected case. Ballot returns have slowed a bit to the end of the week, but Clark County is still on pace to reach 90% voter turnout for the election. Nearly 200,000 ballots have already been received, with turnout reaching nearly 62% on Friday morning. The elections office says approximately 1,800 ballots have been held up by a signature issue, but don't panic, they will be contacting the owners of any disputed ballots, and you have until November 24th to correct the problem and make sure your vote counts. By the way, a few people have asked whether you can change a vote since your ballot has been accepted in Washington state. The short answer to that question is no. While a replacement ballot can be obtained if your vote is lost or destroyed, once your ballot has been accepted, there's no way to make a change. Dr. Lisa Denike, Chief of Pediatrics for Kaiser Permanente Northwest, is seeing a troubling trend. Many of the children that she sees are experiencing unhealthy weight gain. Over the past 3 to 5 years, the country and West Coast have made impactful progress and inroads of cultural shift when it comes to childhood obesity, but Denike and others fear the effects of the pandemic may be causing backsliding. Denike is noticing dramatic changes in growth charts with weight gain as much as 10 to 40 pounds for some children. She says she believes this to not only be a result of inactivity due to the closure of schools and sports, but also a factor pertaining to mental health and stress levels within the home. Oftentimes, when parents' stress levels are elevated, it can be reflected in the lives of their children, she said. Denike recommends that simple breathing and healthy mental practices can make a world of difference. For more information, visit our story soon at clarkcountytoday.com. Henriette Pache has seen her native Venezuela in the best of times and the worst of times. Venezuela was the land of opportunity, just like America in the 80s and 90s. Then everything changed.
We were the owners of the world, the entire world, until things started changing politically. We took for granted a lot of things. We didn't defend our constitution back in the year 1998. We always believed that we would continue having a democratic country because we were born in democracy, and for more than 40 years, without interruption, we had democracy. But through that democratic system arrived a character named Hugo Chavez, and he took advantage of the good-hearted people that we really thought that this guy was or had good intentions for us, the Venezuelans, and it wasn't that way. He changed all the rules of the game, everything. He changed the constitution as soon as he arrived. He took the weapons away from the civilians. And actually, in my case, I decided to stay for many years and to become an activist, to fight in the streets, to participate in most of the protests organized by different leaders of the opposition. I was kidnapped in the year 2017 by a group of thugs which are paid by the regime. So what I want to say with all of these words is that never take for granted your freedom. Never. You have to fight for it. You have to fight for your constitution. Don't let others decide for yourself. So my advice, go and vote, but vote wisely. It's very important. Think about the future, think about your family, think about your friends, think about your country.
That's an amazing story. Now go to ClarkCountyToday.com to read the entire story and see the full video interview. Paul Valencia had one of the best rounds of his life on the golf course on Thursday. No, he didn't play particularly well, but he did get to hang out with Prairie boys basketball coach Kyle Brooks. Last winter, Brooks was battling for his life. Now Brooks is back to teaching as well as coaching again next week. Here's Paul Valencia with more.
Hey, Paul Valencia here. This is one of my favorite stories I've ever done. Why? Coach Brooks of Prairie boys basketball is back. Hey, we're on the golf course because golf is helping him in his rehab. He was paralyzed in January, and now on Monday, he will be doing basketball workouts with his team. Coach Brooks is back. Let's hear from him.
Yeah, being back in the gym after, the last time I was in the gym with my team was December 27th, I believe. And now getting the chance to go back in with everything our players have been through and we've been through. It's really exciting because they need to get back to normal, and as a coach you're a little out of sync when you're not in there coaching. And for me, the most fun part is being in the gym with the kids, so I'm just really excited. And yeah, you know, golf has been really inspiring to me, being in the hospital, because I love to play it so much, and whether you play good or bad, you get to get out on the course, and it takes one or two good shots to get you back the next time. And so golf was a huge motivator for me to get it back out, be outdoors, and be with my buddies and get to play golf.
Be sure to keep it locked on ClarkCountyToday.com next week, along with our social media channels on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We'll have live election night coverage as well as a recap of each race as the results come in. For all the latest, head over to our website and click the Election 2020 info button. Bookmark that page and be sure to follow us on social media to stay on top of all the latest in this very important election season. Our staff is also planning a special coverage of Tuesday's election with a live broadcast via Facebook beginning at 8 o'clock Tuesday evening. Our coverage will be hosted by yours truly, Chris Brown, and editor Ken Vance. Initial results are expected to be released by the Clark County Elections Office at 8:15. Other Clark County Today staffers will contribute in the effort as we attempt to provide you insight and perspective on election 2020 here in Clark County. We will also keep an eye on the news available in the presidential races. It's all hands on deck, and we hope you join us. Well, there's a check of the stories we're chasing for you at ClarkCountyToday.com. Be sure to follow us on social media through Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube to see when stories are posted and be part of the conversation. You can send us your story ideas and feedback to our email news@ClarkCountyToday.com. From all of us, thanks for watching. Have a great evening and a safe Halloween. We'll see you next week.